Pi Network, a hidden crypto revolution waiting for its moment, broken promises, and forgotten questions. They promised us a financial revolution, didn't they? Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. It was supposed to be our money. Peer-to-peer, decentralized, free from the control of the old gatekeepers. So why, years later, are we still paying outrageous banking fees? Why is sending money internationally still a nightmare? Why does the dream of a truly global, usable digital currency feel further away than ever? Welcome back to Pi from Us. I'm Judith, and here we dive into the questions that most people in the crypto space are avoiding. We look beyond the hype. We move past the get-rich-quick schemes that dominate today's crypto world. Today, we're not just talking about another crypto project. We're going to dissect why the original promise of cryptocurrency has largely failed to become real money for real people. And more importantly, we're going to explore a project that's to learn from those failures. A project that's building something fundamentally different, something most people have overlooked. We're talking about Pi Network and why it might just be the revolution we've truly been waiting for. Stick with me, because understanding why mainstream crypto stumbled and how Pi is charting a different path is a story you need to hear. Part 1, why we crave a better kind of money. Let's be honest, the traditional financial system, for all its longevity, is full of inefficiencies and inequalities. Think about it. Fees, cross-border payments? Brace yourself for massive percentage cuts and hidden fees. Just moving your own money costs you money. We all feel this pain in everyday life. Speed. International transfers can take days. In an era of instant communication, why is our money stuck in the slow lane? Control and censorship. Centralized institutions hold immense power. They can freeze accounts, block transactions. Is that what financial freedom looks like? Inflation. Governments print more money, and the value of your hard-earned savings evaporates. That's a hidden tax. Money isn't just a tool. It's the backbone of many of life's challenges. Access. Billions around the world remain unbanked or underbanked, excluded from the digital economy simply because the old system wasn't built for them. This is the fertile ground where the idea of cryptocurrency first took root. The Bitcoin white paper wasn't about creating a speculative asset. It was about a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Direct, borderless, empowering individuals, cutting out the middlemen. This ideal spoke to a deep human yearning for a system that's fairer. This isn't just a tech fantasy. It's a fundamental human desire for fairness, efficiency, and control over our own economic lives. We need something better. Part 2. Why Bitcoin and its peers lost their way as a currency. So, if the need is so obvious and the original vision so powerful, what went wrong? Why didn't Bitcoin become the global digital cash that Satoshi envisioned? Why have thousands of cryptocurrencies mostly turned into digital collectibles or lottery tickets? The harsh truth: building a global currency is hard. It takes long-term vision, infrastructure, user adoption, and navigating complex regulations. It's much easier, and often way more profitable in the short term. Shift the focus. Launch an ICO, promise to go to the moon, and cash out. Create complex DeFi protocols with unsustainable APYs to attract degens chasing quick profits. Build play-to-earn games where the earn outweighs the play. And collapse as soon as the hype fades. Developer motives. Many developers chase the money, not the mission. Why build slowly and sustainably when you can ride the hype wave? Short-term profit chasing became the path of least resistance. Market mindset. And to be fair, the market largely followed. Win Lambo became the mantra, not how can I use this to buy groceries? Crypto became a speculative asset, not a means of exchange for the masses. Beyond mindset, there are real technical barriers that early blockchains simply weren't built to overcome, especially for mass adoption as actual currencies. Technical limitations, scalability, the blockchain trilemma. Bitcoin processes STOS 7 transactions per second. Ethereum does a bit more, but still struggles. Visa handles thousands. How can you be a global currency if your network clogs during rush hour? Transaction fees, gas. Using Ethereum during busy times can cost tens, even hundreds of dollars per transaction. That might be okay for moving large sums, but it kills the idea of buying a coffee or sending a small tip. Speed. Waiting 10, 30, or even more minutes for a Bitcoin transaction to confirm? That's not going to work at a checkout counter. Energy consumption, POW. The environmental cost of proof-of-work mining has also become a major concern and a barrier for widespread acceptance. And then comes the unavoidable truth. Governments and banks aren't going to roll over and let decentralized money take over. The threat. A truly decentralized currency challenges their control over monetary policy, financial surveillance, and existing power structures. They see it as a threat. Regulatory crackdowns. We've seen projects like Facebook's Libra face massive pushback. We see legal battles like Ripple XRP. We've seen outright bans in certain countries. This creates uncertainty and makes large-scale adoption as a currency incredibly difficult. The chilling effect. This regulatory hostility actively discourages projects from prioritizing the currency aspect. It pushes them into safer niches like DeFi or NFTs, or forces them to compromise through centralization. Part 3. The emergence of Pi Network. Against this backdrop, broken promises, technical limitations, legal battles, it's easy to become cynical about crypto's potential. Many have. But what if a project chose a fundamentally different path from the very beginning? Pi Network, launched in 2019 by Stanford PhDs, wasn't about launching yet another token for quick speculation. It was founded with Satoshi's original vision in mind, to create a cryptocurrency and smart contract platform secured and operated by everyday people. The Pi core team studied the failures. They saw the accessibility issues of mining, the scalability bottlenecks, the environmental concerns of proof of work, and the dangers of speculation before utility. Learning from others' mistakes was a smart strategy. Their approach was radically different. Mobile-first mining. Not true mining, but a distribution mechanism accessible via smartphone, breaking down barriers to entry. Build community and infrastructure first. A focus on growing a massive global user base before launching an open mainnet or listing on exchanges. Utility before speculation. Stellar Consensus Protocol (SCP), choosing a more energy-efficient and potentially more scalable consensus mechanism than Bitcoin's proof of work. This isn't just another iteration. It's a deliberate rejection of the path most crypto projects have taken. It has been, and still is, an attempt to build the P2P electronic cash system the world actually needs, from the ground up, with the people, for the people. This positions Pi as a direct, intentional response to the previously discussed failures of other cryptocurrencies, a turning point in the story, casting Pi as a potential protagonist. Part 4, Pi's proposition. All right, so Pi says it's different, but how exactly? Let's break down the core elements that supporters believe set it apart. 1. True decentralization and accessibility. Mobile accessibility. The mining app doesn't drain your battery or data. It's a way to distribute Pi and secure the network through social trust, security circles. This allows millions, including those excluded from traditional mining, to participate. Node network. Beyond the mobile app, Pi relies on a network of community-run computer nodes aiming to truly decentralize the ledger, unlike projects that depend on a few large mining pools. Lowering barriers. The goal? Make securing a cryptocurrency accessible to anyone with a smartphone, not just those with expensive hardware. The delicate balance. Building a global currency means navigating a web of competing interests: users, developers, regulators. How is Pi attempting to do that? KYC your customer. This is controversial among crypto purists, but Pi implemented mandatory KYC. Why? The stated goal is regulatory compliance, to prevent illicit activity and build a network that could potentially integrate with the existing financial world, rather than live completely outside of it. It's a pragmatic compromise for mass adoption. This shows legal realism and a desire to build something sustainable. Utility-driven development. Emphasis on the Pi browser and building ecosystem apps before open trading encourages the creation of real-world use cases, aiming to give Pi intrinsic value beyond speculation. Long-term vision versus short-term profit. The closed mainnet phase, while frustrating to those wanting quick profits, was designed to allow the ecosystem to mature, avoiding the speculative frenzy that derailed other projects before they had real utility. Signs of life? and the power of belief. The China example. There has been considerable discussion, especially referencing the article this analysis partially draws from, about Pi's apparent acceptance or even growth in regions like China, where other cryptocurrencies face bans. While conclusive evidence is elusive, observations suggest that Pi's focus on KYC and its potential to build bridges instead of burning them might be viewed differently by authorities compared to fully anonymous or defiant projects. It's a hypothesis, an interesting data point in a complex global picture. The pioneer phenomenon. Perhaps Pi's greatest asset is its community. Tens of millions of pioneers across nearly every country. This isn't just a user base, it's a global movement built on shared belief in a vision. A strong community is critical to the success of any project, especially in social spaces like YouTube. Collective belief and resilience. This community provides a network effect, a test bed for applications, and a powerful resilience against negativity and FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt. While critics focus on the lack of exchange listings, pioneers focus on building, trading goods, and trusting in the long game. Part 5, the pioneer spirit, beyond the token. Being a pioneer isn't just about accumulating Pi tokens. It's about participating in something with historic potential. It's about understanding that real revolutions take time, patience, and collective effort. It requires looking beyond the daily price charts that dominate the rest of the crypto world. It means believing in the possibility of a fairer, more accessible financial future, even when the path is unclear, even amid noise and skepticism. Is there risk? Of course. Pioneering anything comes with uncertainty. But the potential reward here isn't just financial. It's the chance to be part of building a system that could empower millions, redefine value exchange, and fulfill the original positive promise of cryptocurrency. This is the spirit of a pioneer: contribution, patience, and belief in a bold, shared mission. It's about choosing the road less traveled, believing it leads somewhere meaningful. This emotional and philosophical emphasis is meant to inspire and deepen the community's sense of purpose. So, the crypto dream of a truly usable digital currency has stumbled, stuck between speculation, technical barriers, and resistance. But Pi Network took a different route, focusing on accessibility, community, utility, and long-term vision. It's a bold experiment, a potential revolution lying in wait. But what do you think? Do you agree that mainstream crypto has failed as currency? What are your biggest criticisms or hopes for Pi Network? Share your thoughts, experiences, agreements, and disagreements in the comments below. Let's start a real conversation. If this video resonated with you, if you believe in exploring alternative paths, please hit like on this video. It really helps spread the message. Share it with others who need to hear this perspective. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss our upcoming deep dives into Pi and the evolving digital finance landscape. I'm Judith from pifromus, reminding you that the future of money is still being written, and maybe, just maybe, we, the pioneers, have an important role to play in that story. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.